So first off, guys, happy Memorial Day. Thank you very much for showing up to honor Lieutenant Michael Murphy and all our other military servicemen and women. We built the kind of a tradition here, doing Murph. It's a special workout. We do it numerous times throughout the year here at CFNA, and it's always a great turnout like you can see right now. So one thing that I hold very dearly to my heart is Murph, that workout, and kind of his story, not only of him growing up as a kid and becoming a SEAL, but also the integrity, the leadership, the commitment, the courage, the honor, all those things that he portrayed that day on June 28th, 2005. So what I hold very dearly in my heart is the Medal of Honor citation that I memorized and I'll recite to you guys. Lieutenant Michael P. Murphy earned his SEAL Trident in 2002. Michael also earned the respect of his men. They remember a wisecracking friend who went by Mikey or Murph. They remember a patriot who wore a New York City firehouse patch on his uniform in honor of the heroes of 9/11. And they remember an officer who respected their opinions and led them with an understated yet unmistakable sense of command. Together, Michael and his fellow SEALs deployed multiple times around the world in the war against the extremists and radicals. And while their missions were often carried out in secrecy, their love of country and devotion to each other was always clear. On June 28, 2005, Michael would give his life for these ideas. While conducting surveillance on a mountain ridge in Afghanistan, he and 3 fellow SEALs were surrounded by a much larger enemy force. Their only escape was down the side of a mountain, and the SEALs launched a valiant counterattack while cascading from cliff to cliff. But as the enemy closed in, Michael recognized that the survival of his men depended on calling back to the base for reinforcements. With complete disregard for his own life, he moved into a clearing where his phone would get reception. He made the call, and then he fell under heavy fire. Yet his grace and upbringing never deserted him. Though severely wounded, he said thank you before hanging up and returned to the fight before losing his life. Unfortunately, the helicopter carrying those reinforcements never reached the scene. It crashed after being struck by a rocket-propelled grenade. And in the end, more Americans died in Afghanistan on June 28, 2005 than on any other day since the beginning of Operation Enduring Freedom. This day of tragedy also marks a sad distinction of being one of the deadliest for Navy Special Warfare Forces since World War II. One of Michael's fellow SEALs did make it off the mountain ridge that day. He was one of Michael's closest friends. Petty Officer Marcus Luttrell of Texas, author of a riveting book called Lone Survivor, put it this way: Mikey was the best officer I ever knew, an iron-souled warrior of colossal and almost unbelievable courage in the face of the enemy. For his courage, we award Lieutenant Michael Murphy the first Medal of Honor for combat in Afghanistan. And with this medal, we acknowledge a debt that will not diminish with time and can never be repaid. Our nation is blessed to have volunteers like Michael, who risk their lives for our freedom. We're blessed to have mothers and fathers like Maureen and Dan Murphy, who raise sons with such character and courage. And we're blessed with the mercy of the loving God who comforts all those who grieve. What I want you guys to think about today is the sacrifice that Michael made that day on the mountain. You guys are going to be in pain, you're going to be uncomfortable, but that's just discomfort. You guys can work through that. Think about the pain that those guys suffered, literally being shot, wounded, and continuing to fight so Michael could get his teammates off that mountain ridge. Marcus Luttrell, the only man that made it off that day, crawled literally 7 miles for 2 days. So when you guys think about that last mile and how hard that is, you get to use both your legs. He crawled, he had a broken back and a broken leg. He drew a line in front of him with a stick and crawled inches and inches and inches till his feet crossed that line. Talk about mental toughness, that's it right there. Continue to move forward in this workout. Honor Michael, honor his teammates, honor our country, and get after it today and have some fun. Cool.